What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to a world of paranoia and also forest fires and Firewatch with me, Splattercat. We have places that we've got to go in, so unfortunately I kind of trucked off in the wrong direction. We need to break into Wapiti Meadow, which I don't think is going to be that difficult. We just got to follow this trailhead all the way back to the west, and then once we see water, we cut north and we should be good to go. In the previous episode, we had found a location where some firefighters, I guess, have been, some forestry members. I'm not really entirely sure. That's what my cousin does. He fights forest fires. He's a firefighter, but he does it like out in the forest fighting stuff like this all the time, digging trenches and whatnot. He worked for the city for a little while, but I think right now, he's back to forestry work nowadays. It seems like it's difficult to find firefighter work nowadays. It's a tough job to get into. You gotta have like seniority and stuff like that, and one of the big issues in the world right now is that older people aren't retiring because they didn't make enough money to over the course of their lives. It's not like their fault for not saving or anything like that. It's just the world has kind of changed. Because of that, new job positions aren't opening up in related fields, and so it's a lot harder to be a firefighter or an EMT or any of that sort of thing than it used to be because a lot of old guys that won't hang it up. Nonetheless, I think he's doing okay right now. I should probably check in with him. The world's a rough place to live in nowadays. Not a lot of jobs to go around. Things a little slow. I'm always thankful that I've got things going on here on YouTube so that I don't have to worry about that whole mess because that was always a big issue for me is looking for jobs. There's like one duck out there. There's a singular duck, and yet I hear the sounds of many ducks. They're those gorilla ducks hiding up in the jungles like, hoo hoo, waiting for you to sneak on by, and they're like, ah! Put that ass on their bill. Taken care of. Walking up the hill. Yeah, I'm always thankful for the way YouTube has turned out. You know, I'm always thankful for the fact that, like, at least my YouTube channel is like a job, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's easy to get down on yourself about this whole business on the internet because, like, maybe you're not popular or maybe, you know, you feel like things aren't developing the way that you saw them in your head or they're not going at the speed you want them to. Whenever that happens, I try to just remember that I'm super, super fortunate to be in a situation where this is what I get to do every day with all of you. And that usually recenters me back down. This is a business that's all about ego. It's tough. There is a very real call. I've told people this before that as the channel grows, it's very easy to become egotistical. And I got to put a hold on that shit. Well, technically, life circumstances did that. Last year, my channel got super big, like, overnight. Did I mess with these stones at all? No. And so I developed kind of an ego. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm the shit, you know, all the time. And then right after that, my channel collapsed, like, overnight, just as quickly, to the point where I realized it was a fluke that the channel had gotten that big, and that I needed to keep hustling. And it was a humbling experience for me, but I'm glad that it happened. It was not fun to go through. But it was, however, a learning experience that allowed me to reground myself and become a better person. And you can only know that in retrospect. I think we're about to bust the lock off this fence right here. So sometimes when you're going through hard times, when things don't work out, remember, there might be something that can be learned from this 2 or 3 years down the road that'll help you be a better person then, even though you're in a worse situation now.
I'm busting the gate down. There's nobody around, and it's the quickest way in.
Copy that.
I don't know if this is a wise idea. I mean, there's a tree over here. Let's investigate what happens if I go into the tree area over here. Because if I bust down the fence, I mean, chopping down a tree also leaves a pretty good line of evidence towards what I was up to. But I think there was also a secret area back. There was like some brush or something we could have cleared on the way in here. We should probably check that out as well before we finish the game off. I'm thinking it's coming to a conclusion right now. I'm thinking it's going to end on us pretty shortly. There you go. Cross on over to there. And now that we've crossed, is there actually a way to work around right here and get behind the gate? I don't know that there is. It looks like this might just be like a little off the path area. Who even knows if there'll be anything back here? It looks like it's just a loop back to avoid having to climb. I don't see anything else of principal importance over here. So I guess we'll head back. I think we have to break the gate down. This guy has a manly-ass belt. Like, seriously, that's the sort of belt that I imagine, like, Hercules would wear. Just be like, "Arr!" He's got it tied way up around. He's also got, like, a baldric or something down there. I don't know, either that or maybe he's just really, really bad at tying off his belt. Oh, never mind. That's the waist strap for his backpack. Never mind. Hercules wouldn't wear that. Mine's got one that goes across my chest and one that goes low, but it doesn't look like a real belt like that. It's kind of like a little nylon claspy type deal. If you're going to be hiking a lot, you should definitely think about investing in an expensive backpack. It pays. Not having back pain or whatever.
I smashed open the gate. Should I try to fix or hide this?
No, screw it.
Okay then.
We're being impulsive right now. But yeah, I hiked for my second year in my major, for my first year, I guess. I hiked with just a normal book bag, but I got really bad back pain from hauling around gallons of water and whatnot in it. And so ultimately I ended up just spending a little bit of what is this.
Whoa! Ow!
Little bastard.
I got stung by a bee.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Did it hurt?
Yes, kind of.
Okay, I'm sorry.
On the clipboard, if you are trying to reach Dr. Simmons, he is on site from August 15th to October 15th. University-owned equipment is the responsibility of Dr. Yosen. The government-owned equipment is under the purview of Cat Ferdinand. Remember, this is a controlled area. Any issues, malfunctions, or violations should be reported immediately. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's a research zone. Maybe I should have put that back. What was I talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about. That's gonna oh yeah, you gotta get a new backpack. So I finally just went in on one that had like the integrated, it had the water bladder and it had all the different buckles and whatnot, and it's got tons of little flappy areas. And honestly, 60 to 70 pounds of gear feels a lot better when it's distributed properly. I don't get that back pain or whatever anymore when I hike because it's not all centered straight on the middle of my spine. It's rough. If you're gonna be hiking a lot, you're gonna have to bite the bullet on it eventually. It is a pretty good grip of cash, but I picked up my Osprey or whatever, and it was worth it. Definitely worth it as a day bag. I still don't have like a giant backpacking backpack, but I don't backpack often enough to justify it. I can usually just bum one off my dad since he's got two of them. My dad used to be a big backpacker. He and his friends every year would go off backpacking into the Sierras and other areas for 2 and 3 weeks at a time as kind of like their vacation for the year when they didn't have much money, but they still wanted to get a vacation in every year. They would just go hiking because it's pretty cheap, and my dad's got a bunch of, rigid frame backpacks and whatnot. And you just bug one off of him. I bet we're gonna find out that Henry's just being paranoid as shit.
Okay, I'm at the site. I don't see anybody around.
Lucky for us.
Yeah, lucky for us. There's some serious comms equipment out here, wireless stuff.
What do you mean?
I'm talking a big 20-foot tall transmission tower, and they could probably listen to whoever the hell they want. They're nestled down in this valley, which makes it impossible for you or any lookout to see them.
It could just be like a normal tower, man. I really think like their imaginations are running away with them right now. We're breaking into like government areas, doing all kinds of shit, pulling a Rorschach at the moment. I don't think it's gonna work out very well for us. No, they've got a sentry robot. The cake is a lie. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah. I've got a soil grid, which is a grid in the soil, in case you were wondering. Is that a body bag, or is that just... I think it's a sleeping bag.
No, they're doing something with the soil out here, too. It's all gridded off.
Who knows what else they're up to?
They're not up to anything. They're obviously just doing hydrological samples or something. That over there is probably just a way to stay in contact with the school or something of that nature.
There's all sorts of contraptions and shit out here.
Like what?
Dishes and stuff on metal legs. There are wires all over the place. I don't know. I'm not really up on high tech.
So logically, we could extrapolate that you putting a sinister intonation on everything you find could be totally misfounded, right?
This equipment is not stuff from the hardware store.
Let's take a look inside the tent, I guess. Ice chests, extendo ladders. Nothing too outside the ordinary. Lots of food.
I'm in their main tent. I wonder where they are. All of their stuff is here.
And they know you're there, so see what you can find and get out.
Want some jam? Huh? You want some muckers? Ah! Pasta sauce. We got a water skin right there. That's like one of the Walmart brand water skins. It's been a while since I've seen a water skin. That looks like it has some kind of red thing inside of it that's broadcasting or at least making a very, very sinister red light.
This place sleeps 3. They've got a row of cots here.
So they live and work in the same tent?
Yeah, it's all one operation.
Huh, like us.
Yeah, like us.
Mm-hmm. They got a seismograph.
I found their main monitoring desk.
Oh my god, what do you see? Seriously, at this stage, I'd believe just about anything.
There's a box here with a dial. It has a needle, like it measures earthquakes.
You mean like a lie detector?
Yeah, I'm not sticking around to get hooked up to it.
It's a seismograph, man. Calm down. Oh my god. These people are killing me right now. It'd be funny if they weren't like freaking themselves out and like losing their minds over it.
They're measuring the barometric pressure, too. Why?
Maybe it's just a diversion.
This is obviously a hydrological or a weather station, man. It's some kind of geological, hydrological, atmospheric research. Calm down.
Okay. Shit. Got another clipboard here that confirms that they're tracking our movements. The log they've got tracks the movement of 4 subjects.
You and me?
Yeah, definitely me. And I suppose you too.
What about the other 2?
Maybe the missing girls?
Like, they're still out here and these people are following them?
Maybe. It's possible, right?
But then why haven't you seen them?
I don't know.
We'll talk this over and figure out how to get the hell out of here.
Sorry about that, everybody. They're still renovating the apartment upstairs, so on occasion I have to stop a recording in the middle because they're hammering away at something and messing
I'm in the
around.
main tent.
What's it like?
It's definitely some sort of monitoring station.
So with the clipboard, let's see here. 422, 433.87 megahertz, male, frequent departure from the Two Forks area, subject beacon, frequent sexual social role. Okay, this is kind of a interesting thing to have, though. This is the first thing I've seen that's a little bit odd and incriminating. Avoidance behaviors, consult previous data. 3871, unreciprocated desire for copulation and conflict with other males. So it's male, and then I don't know what ND means, or PE, or MO means, but disproportionate food intake for 42723. This is probably that Ron guy or whatever. He was the one that was always talking about like his hookups or whatever. He was like kind of like the Todd of the group. This one right here, though, I don't remember anybody talking about eating a bunch of food or anything, so who really knows? I'll put things back. I'm not going to take things with me.
There's some sort of monitor. I don't know what it does. Maybe air quality or something?
Maybe they're keeping data on everything that could impact our moods.
That looks possible. This is crazy. I mean, this stuff looks like it just got lifted out of the space shuttle.
I have to tell you, if I found out this was NASA, I'd be a hell of a lot happier.
Okay, nothing incriminating about the mug. Just hoof it.
They've got a map with all sorts of paths and areas marked out on it. There are lines that look like some of the paths I normally take.
Are you positive it's you?
Some of their descriptions seem like uncharitable ways of describing me, yeah.
I mean, technically, if you're willing to be flexible enough, any description could technically be an uncharitable way of describing you. I'm just saying, it depends how open-minded you are to description and the words thereof. Thermos. I don't see anything else that looks super incriminating. Equipment, a potable water truck schedule, 2 copies of complete. Yeah, that looks like it's some kind of like water truck license to drive. Some kind of checklist. Everything else doesn't look too important though. I don't think there's a lot of stuff to look at here. it may be best if we just move the hell on out.
The desk in here is a mess. I mean, it's like someone was in a rush or knocked a bunch of stuff over on accident.
No response.
I think I found the thing they used to track us.
Holy shit.
You know, you swear like a lot.
Not the time, Hank.
Anyway, it's called a wave receiver. Looks like it picks up anything that emits a signal. It's got basic orienteering capabilities, everything. Holy
shit, Henry.
Yeah, holy shit.
You're gonna take it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so it says locates any strong signal. A green light indicates that a target is straight ahead. Distance of the light equals the strength of the signal. The tone equals the source of signal discovered. Follow the beeping device.
Okay, this thing is losing its mind, beeping like crazy.
I can hear it. What's it after?
I don't know. I'm gonna go find out.
There's our signal right there from what I can tell. Oh, it wants whatever's inside the tent. Okay.
Are you shitting me?
What? What is it?
There's a folder of reports here.
What do they say?
They're assessments about the two of us. There's stuff in here about Julia.
Like what?
Stuff I didn't tell you. This is...
What does it say about me? You said there was one about me.
And it looks like they've been following me around. What I do when I'm out hiking? Jesus.
Henry, do you hear me?
It says that you and your boyfriend are still together.
What? We're not. They're messing with us.
Yeah, okay.
They are. How do they even know who he is? How the hell does this... I'm so sick of letting these people do this to us. We should just burn the place down. Think about it.
Look, maybe that's what they want us to do.
What do you mean?
Maybe they're trying to push us to the point where we do something crazy. I mean, the grass is dry as hell here. It would go up in a second.
Well, now I'm thinking, what if you're right?
I just don't think we should do anything that we can't undo.
Well, maybe it's not the best idea.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best idea.
So fucking wound up.
It's all right. I'm just gonna hike back. We have the wave receiver, and tomorrow we can figure out what to do.
Yeah, my guess is that this seems like a setup. We have what looks like an orgy of evidence here. Let's see. Henry M., age 39. We're on the 10th week of observation. Comprehensive explorer, keeps to the path. Prone to anger, passive. Guilty, forthright, and guarded. Those more than likely change based on the way you've played the game so far. Subject has fully engaged supervisor. Trust yet to be scientifically proven. All signs point towards full cooperation. Subject may be aware of test. Suggests we disengage if subject decides to leave his post. Susceptibility to manipulation is a 9 out of 10. I'm assuming higher means we're more likely. Supervisor sign off, EG. I think that what we said is right. This is like, it seems way too convenient that we would arrive here and there would be nobody around, even though they got this major operation functioning. And they just leave it all here for us to find. They don't even make an attempt to clean up any of it. They leave all kinds of incriminating stuff laying around. It seems like I said, it seems like we've got a glut of evidence here, which means they want us to find this and draw an obvious conclusion, like freak out and do something stupid. It's almost like they're baiting us. Delilah's 43. She's on an annual review now. She's been here for a year. She's reliable, considering her alcoholism. She's observant, charismatic, selfish, and has a skewed perception of her personal history. Observe facts. She's never been married. She has no children. She rarely hikes or leaves her immediate surroundings. She has multiple lovers despite having a longtime partner named Javier. Her susceptibility to manipulation is a 3 out of 10, which makes me think that I'm the patsy here. That maybe we're just drawing her into our bullshit by... I don't know. I'm gonna keep these. Aside from that, though, I think it's time to get the hell out of here. I think we've been in the location for far, far, far too long. I'm not gonna fiddle with the soil grid any further. Doesn't appear to be a firefly right there, though, in case you like those sorts of things. We don't have fireflies where I live. I've never seen a firefly before in my entire life. I mean, aside from firefly on TV. But I've never seen the animal, the firefly. We don't have them around here. We don't have them. Lots of bees, though. Lots of bees. Got skeeter eaters, too. Just in case you're into those sorts of things. Definitely thinking it might be time to bail and get away from here. I was trying to remain skeptical, but this seems a little incriminating. This seems like it basically allows me to doubt now as well. Which before I wasn't quite ready to do. I just thought that based on stress and based on isolation... Oh, shit.
Whoa! Oh, shit! Hey, shit. The bridge collapsed climbing out of here, and, now it looks like there's smoke coming from the site.
What the hell happened to you? It's definitely not the best idea.
It wasn't me.
What do we do?
I have no idea what the right call is.
Do we just treat it like a normal fire?
Yeah, for our own safety, call it in.
We just call it in like any other fire.
And what about who started it? What about them?
The person who started it?
Yeah.
We're talking about people watching us out here who are now burning the forest and everything in it around us. I don't know what to do about that.
Except get the hell out.
Yes, get us the hell out of here.
I will.
The escalation is real right now. Whoa, buddy. Look like you might be losing it. Is this all the stuff that I've picked up? Government-owned controlled area. So those are all of the little notices and things that I've been accumulating the entire game. Frame me for the attack. God, these guys are losing their minds at the moment. Yikes. What the fuck difference a day makes? Holy hell, I don't even know where to begin. It's late, past midnight, so I'm gonna write down... Is this the same thing we had written down before? I went down to the lake and found a clipboard, a walkie-talkie, and I don't know how to describe this. I don't know what to say other than someone is listening to Delilah and I. I know it sounds crazy, but somebody is out here listening to us and attacked me. They're taking notes about our conversations. We think there might be some sort of study going on. Like maybe we were given these jobs not just to look for fires, but to be a part of behavioral studies or something. Fuck. I know this all sounds crazy. It is crazy. But I don't know how else to explain any of it. Delilah definitely heard somebody on our walkie-talkies too. It wasn't just me. I'm rambling here, but she heard somebody too. I tried calling her multiple times tonight, but we don't want to talk on the walkies anymore. I don't know what we're going to do. There's the reports right there. Photos laying face down. That beeping is going to get super obnoxious, I can tell already. That beeping is going to be troublesome. Well then. I think we're just about done with today's episode, yeah? My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Firewatch. Things are definitely getting weird. We got tracking devices. We got all kinds of weird space-age technology. We've got government agencies leading us to places, making us draw conclusions, and then destroying stuff so that we can't go back and verify. It's just all kinds of a mess right now, and I don't know if I should fall full-on in with the conspiracy with the other two characters, or if I should withhold and just assume that they're crazy from isolation. My name is Splattercat. I will see you all next time in the ensuing episodes of Firewatch. Bye, everybody.